This is supposedly one of the craziest games of all time. See if I live to regret this. What is this map? Alright, in the top left. Whoa, 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 too fast. Too fast! Hold on, let me slow that down. Ah! It's lightning. What is this map? What is happening? Okay, hold on. We are slowing that the heck down. We are slowing that the heck down. Alright. In the top right, in blue, playing Mercia, we have Pepper. In the top left, playing Vesper in black, we have Dinferno. In purple, in the bottom right, we have Ogre playing Sedge. And Disobeyed also playing Sedge in orange in the bottom left. What is this map? What is wrong with this map? Why are there 1,000,000 fortified villages? Why is everything connected by bridges? Why are there no villages in the center? How is this? How does this work? How does this work? What is this map? So, immediately looking at it, I already know that I would never, ever, ever want to play a game on this map, but watching one is going to be really fun. I wouldn't want to play one. I am very excited to be watching one. Oh my goodness. Okay, so given how this map is set up, it seems like you get a bajillion gold every turn for free, which means everyone is going to have infinite economy. I don't know what that will do to the map if everyone has infinite economy. We might even see the unit caps being reached. It also looks like you can build 10 units a turn. So I think more than 10 units a turn. So I think we are very going to quickly see people somehow manage to build every single unit every turn and try to fight with that. What? I see whoa! Did you see those swords? It was like sword, sword, sword. What the heck is this game? Disobeyed, what did you get me into? This is awesome. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so this map was apparently inspired by Shu's gigantic snowfields. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So, given that the fortified villages are worth double gold, and everyone has 1,000,000 of them, the stream will be on for the next 2 hours. No. No. We are. This won't go that long. This won't go that long. Hell's Salty Abode, 60 by 60. Okay, that's what we're playing on. Hell's Salty Abode. Apt name. Inspired by nothing but my pure self-hatred. So apparently this is an epic troll map that 4 people actually wanted to play on. I would not want to be them, but I am very happy to watch them do it. What's going to happen is once we get more units on the map, I'm actually going to increase the movement speed. And it's going to look like this is an RTS. Like, with this many units, once we get to the mid-game and I bump the movement speed back up, it's gonna look like Wargroove RTS. And there are multiple Guardians on the map, too! So we're gonna see Guardians, and they can trade hands. This is so fun! Oh, wow. I'm glad we saved this code. Thank you for saving this code, Disobeyed. So far, everyone is still building swords because they're desperately trying to use all of their barracks as much as possible. Wow. And they're still capturing villages on turn 5, even though they have 1,000,000 money. And the riverboat is necessary because you have sea villages. But not for every player. Not every player has the same stuff. Oh, wow. And then we see a merfolk coming out, and there's this big question of how much do you spend on sea units each turn versus air and land? Ogre actually built a mage to more quickly capture the corner stuff, which is surrounded by heavy terrain. People are even using high-tech capturing strategies to more quickly capture all the crazy villages! Oh my goodness! And then 1,000,000 swords get built, I'm guessing. Yup! Oh, this is so cool. I can see why everyone's playing Sedge. Curiously enough, there's no timer. They did not put a timer on this map. Sneaky should play Advance Wars High Funds. I have, and I picked Sammy, and it was a lot of fun. I destroyed my opponent. I really like Sammy. Everyone's like, oh, Sammy's so hard, you know. I disagree. I love Sammy. I haven't been playing her as much lately, to be fair, but like I do really like Sammy. It suits my sneakiness, my desire to be sneaky. All right, massive swords coming out, massive river boats. We're still on turn 5, but I think after this turn, everyone will have captured most of the stuff. I mean, we already see the first tower in the center of the map get captured. Oh, wow. Pepperyena has been using transports like barges and balloons to get more swords close to the center of the map. People who are watching this and don't understand Wargroove will think that this is an RTS. This looks like an RTS. Like, really. This freaking looks like an RTS, and I have it on slow. This is amazing. There's so many dudes. Does anyone know what the unit cap is? I think they're going to hit the unit cap by turn 10. What is the most amount of units you can have per player on the map at once? Does anybody know? Tell me in chat if you know the answer to that. Oh, wow. This is... Alright, so Dinferno is a little bit slow to get their corner stuff. But they're... Oh, wow, they barged in a knight! Despite the high funds, everyone is being crazy aggressive. The unit converts a dog into a merfolk. Dinferno is attacking both neighbors at the same time. Built their treb in the center of the map. They're just going for it. I thought because this is high funds, everyone would build like stall, you know, like mass pikes or something. But no, they're just diving each other. This is amazing. And way more fun. No one's taken a Guardian yet, though. I wonder what's going on. The first thing I would do is rush the Guardians. But I guess you're worried about losing them, because your opponent can steal your Guardians. Oh my goodness. Ogre is really deep in the center of the map, on like that center bridge territory there. And they're heavily focusing on the bottom. But I think Ogre is also getting ready to attack both neighbors. There's so many villages in between the neighbors that it kind of forces you to attack two people at once. Meanwhile, Disobeyed, who I'm pretty sure made this map. Oh, wow. Has like a fleet of riverboats. And is just dropping everything. Yeah, hey, we're going to see the fights break out pretty soon. We're going to start seeing the massive fights break out pretty soon. Alright, it's only turn 6. I already need to put the movement back up to fast. Let's go. We're watching an RTS. We're watching Wargroove RTS. This is amazing. This is legit Wargroove RTS. I feel like I want it zoomed out more. I know, but I can't zoom out anymore. The map is just too big. I mean, like, hold on. I could open the overview. Oh, we got our first Guardian capture. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Let me mess with OBS. I can make this bigger. I can make this bigger. By the power of streaming, we can make this bigger. I think. Stop. It's not letting me expand to scale. Stop snapping to scale. Alright, alright. How's this? There we go. There we go. Look at this. This is like Wargroove RTS. Alright, so there's massive movement with trebuchets and turtles in the center. This might be too fast. This might be too fast. Is this too fast? Should I slow it down again? Oh my goodness. I'm going to turn on the sound so that you can all hear the sound of like a million forests redeeming at once. Alright, when that starts happening again, I'll turn the sound back on. Oh my goodness. Alright, we see commanders on the move. That's good, because when a commander dies, that person loses the game. So I think the only way this game can possibly end is when people get lethals. Ogre is actually rushing forward with their commander, and Disobeyed is doing the same thing, so we're going to have a Sedge versus Sedge fight. Whoa, there are like multiple bridges. There's like 6 tiers of bridges in the center of the map, flanked by naval. Now that we can see it zoomed out, I'm realizing just how crazy this map is. This thing is huge! Yeah, I think this is going to be the last game of the stream. This is intense. Alright, let me know if this is too fast. If it is, I'll slow it down. But, wow. I might slow it down when, like, a big fight breaks out. Alright, so Blue has finally made it to the center of the map. I think Blue is the first person to legitimately make it to the center of the map on one of the many islands that bridge this map. And they were really heavily using the transports to make it happen. There are just so many dudes! It seems like they're trying to control all the center stuff as quickly as possible. They got a big naval front. They're pushing into Purple's territory, trying to grab that middle island there with a Kraken. They've got a Kraken fighting a warship. So many builds. They're not even using all of the barracks anymore. Alright, Dinferno in black is meeting Blue in the center. And we're seeing the first fight break out between Vesper and Mercia. And of course, because the map is so freaking huge, they already have Groove. I think Mercia is either the biggest brain play ever or highly questionable, right? Because her Groove is super fast charge. So you're going to get it every single turn, right? You're going to get Mercia Groove like every single turn. And then you can heal all your big expensive units and get so much value. Mercia might be like a genius pick. Yeah, you can see the unit counts on the left. Notice how one person has 117 units already? I wonder what happens when we hit the cap. I think the cap used to be 150. I guess once you hit 150, you can't build anymore? Alright, I'm going to have a contest in chat. See if you can guess what the highest unit count will be for this game. The highest unit count at any point in time. See if you can guess. If it's the cap, I think a lot of people are going to win. Whoever gets it right, I will declare the winner of the unit count guessing game. Very prestigious reward right there. Alright, Sequoia says 600. Sequoia says 600. Oh, wow. Zipper says 134. 4 people playing Dark Mercia on this map. Oh my goodness, that would be crazy. Yeah, Disobeyed knows the answer. They're not allowed to guess. Alright. Guess now before it's too late. It was the highest unit count we're going to see. Because keep in mind, not only can you build 1 million units, but you can fight with 1 million units. So you can kill 1 million units. The highest so far is 128. Sequoia is the closest. Wow. Alright, the King of Apples says 800 units. Remember, this is single person unit count. This is the highest unit count for one individual. Look at that fleet of riverboats. Disobeyed just made like 6 riverboats and is sailing them down. DM would be cool, but imagine pistol. Oh my goodness. Alright, so far we're still at 130. 130 is the highest so far. We're at 130. We are at 130. I could join the VC. I do apologize, Disobeyed, but due to YouTube restrictions, I actually can't have you on the VC. I will tell you why in DMs. That being said, if you say anything in chat, I will read it out loud. Well, unless you, like, start cursing everyone out, but you wouldn't do that. Oh my goodness. So there's this massive wave of units coming down from blue, attacking into purple. And they're just building dogs, rifles. You finally seeing rifles come out. Can you imagine rifles on this map? The highest build count so far is 130. I'm going to put a counter on the screen. I actually think I need to put a counter on the screen. The fights have started. Oh, the fights have started! We're seeing a massive naval battle between black and orange, between blue and purple, between black and blue. Black and blue. Like, fights have broken out between everyone. One of the genius things about this map is it forces you to fight both neighbors, because if you don't, you lose economy. So, like, on some FFAs, you can, choose to just fight one neighbor. On this map, there are no corner allies. You are fighting everyone. And that's actually a really brilliant design. It's actually a really good design. How are we only on turn 9? I have this going on max speed. Wow. Alright, massive mage dump in the center. It looks like OgreNade in purple is prepping for air units. They have a ballista ship, double mages. They've actually built pikes and gotten them to the center of the map. Somehow. Minute Rice, you are raiding at a very interesting point in time. We are looking at the craziest FFA in Wargroove history. It's a high funds map. Everyone has... Hold on, let me show you what the economy looks like, because you guys can't see right now. This is the economy. This is the economy, okay? This is the economy. Here we go. The highest income is 4,100. The highest unit count so far is 130. I am playing this FFA on maximum speed, and we're watching it in the overview, just so we can see what's going on. And it's happening so fast, the map can barely keep up now, because things are happening all over the map. Oh my goodness. The map can barely keep up with all the unit movements. It's happening so fast. Look at this. I think we have to view it in the overview. Alright. Because it's a little hard to see visually, I'm going to narrate what's happening. Right now, Orange is building a massive naval fleet. They constructed a turtle. They have like 5 riverboats, and they're pushing to the right. That's happening on the bottom. In the middle island, they're starting to balloon in swords, and their unit count is continuing to grow, with the highest being 139. We've been taking bets on what the highest unit count will be in the game, and so far, the highest, one player has been eliminated. They guessed 134, and that's already wrong. One player guessed 600, and one player guessed 800. Can you guess the highest unit count that's going to be in the game? So far, the highest is 147. Also, see if you can guess the highest economy that's going to happen in the game. Alright, blue was the most aggressive in terms of shooting for the middle islands. It's happening so fast, my game can't even keep up with it anymore. Alright, let me know if this is too ridiculous. I'll slow it down. Let me know in chat if this is too ridiculous and I'll slow it down. Wow, this is just wild. Alright, blue was successfully able to grab a lot of territory in the middle before anyone else, but black managed to match them, and they're now facing off in the center, Mercia versus Vesper on the top. Blue has both Guardians, 2 rifles, and are trying to back up a massive push into Vesper. However, they're also fighting purple on the bottom, and purple has the biggest naval fleet I have ever seen. However, blue managed to find a sneaky turtle strike on the Kraken. The turtle literally walked through 4 units to do it, taking advantage of the new turtle mechanics. The Kraken's going in. Huge damage. Multiple Krakens coming out from blue. Blue has 3 Krakens. They're actually able to deal with purple's far superior naval fleet. All right, back to the fight against black. Blue has 2 pikes on the front lines. I don't even know how they put 2 pikes on the front lines. The map is huge, but they managed to do it. Double merfolks. Archer backing it up. Rifles and Guardians coming in. It looks like blue is going to have a very nice push into black, especially with Mercia Groove, which they're probably going to be able to use every turn once the fights start, allowing Mercia to just heal all of their crazy units. However, This map is a little bit weird because the economy is 4,000, but you have like 10 ways to build. Realistically, you can only spend 400 gold a unit. So if you build a big unit, you're building a bunch of swords, and you gotta build naval. So I don't know how you build golems. Can you even afford golems? I don't even know if you can afford golems. So you can't golem spam. This map is crazy. All right, black is now responding to blue's push. They also have pikes on the front. Again, I don't know how these players got pikes on the front line so quick. Harpy coming in and ballista ship. Both players have harpies, ballistas, merfolks. A very diverse army to try to make it so their opponent just can't counter them no matter what they do. Whoa! Black is positioning everything just a little bit forward and is not ready to fight blue yet. They're setting up. They're putting their naval fleet on the bottom but can't challenge orange because orange's fleet is just too freaking big. So far, only blue was able to challenge an enemy's bigger naval fleet. We see rifle coming in from purple, and purple has so many units on the ground. They haven't been using their unit converter as much, I think. I don't even know. Yeah, on the bottom they haven't. On the top they have. So they're just pushing in with a massive army of swords and Sedge. Whoa! They obliterate that turtle that hit the Kraken. A warship destroys something on land and is just camping there on the beach to completely protect the middle. I have no idea how blue is going to get past that massive, massive purple armada right there. Meanwhile, purple's building turtles to contend with all the riverboats, but they're backed up by a ballista. The riverboats will end up just like meat shields for the ballista. Oh yeah, Valder would be nuts on this map. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? A dog actually runs into a Kraken, doing huge damage to it because the Kraken was on a beach. And the riverboat hits a Kraken, also doing massive damage. A Kraken is getting taken down by riverboats and dogs. Purple's just having a billion units is really, really powerful on that front, and I think purple might actually win the middle naval conflict just by sheer numbers. Meanwhile, Disobeyed has to contend with purple as well. They both have Sedge. Both players are probably at tier 2 groove right now. I can't check, but just trust me, they probably are. That looked like a tier 1 groove, though. So maybe not quite yet. But they're gonna get it soon if they don't have it already. Massive boats coming in, but they're almost all river boats. However, it's being backed up by turtles and krakens now. I think orange actually has a better naval fleet than purple in this kind of bottom-middle area here. Well, and orange has more swords in the center than purple. Orange is trying to flip the tower. That tower doesn't actually give you money, so I don't know why orange is trying to flip it, but maybe they just want to completion it. Either way, Disobeyed is pushing forward, and it looks like they're getting ready to fight purple full on. They dropped some more pikes. They're building a balloon to drop even more pikes. Oh, nice. A merfolk found a hit on a ballista ship. That's going to do a lot. Their ballista heals. The turtle finds a crit on a kraken. That's going to do a ton of damage. It looks like orange is winning both naval battles right now against black. Oh, that merfolk destroyed that kraken. Massive damage. And against purple, orange is doing really, really well. And we see unit converter being used to make another kraken. More balloons coming in to take more swords to the front. Right now, the highest unit count is 150. 150. I am still allowing guesses. I am still allowing guesses, but I'm going to say we're not going to allow any more guesses after like 3 more turns. So if you want to try to guess, and whoever guessed 134, I'll let you revise your number, because that was not even close. Try to guess the highest unit count we're going to see in the game, in the chat, as well as the highest economy that we'll see. Try to guess. All right. Warship and merfolk destroy a sword, but it was just a sword, and that took like freaking over 1,000 gold worth of units to destroy the sword. I'm not sure if blue is going to win that fight against purple. Purple's army is just so good down there. But meanwhile, purple on the top is doing really well. Zipper has upgraded their guess to 375. That's a pretty good guess in terms of maximum unit count. All right, blue is moving in. They're actually attacking black's villages. They're trying to do their best to whittle away purple's army, but they can only really chip at it with ranged units. That being said, their ranged units are doing a lot of damage, but they're just trying to play it as safely as they can right now, and realizing their mistake are keeping their krakens off of the beaches. Blue might not be able to oust purple from the middle right, but they are getting ready to fight black on the top middle and in the slightly lower top middle. So blue versus black is going to be a massive land confrontation in 1 or 2 turns. They've been preparing for it for 11 turns, and we're going to see them go in pretty soon. And it's already begun. Black is using a trebuchet to decapture villages. They've already started merfolk strikes on their opponent. They're fighting orange in the bottom. I don't know if black is going to be able to fight into orange's amazing, amazing fleet, but they're doing a little bit of damage and just trying to hold orange off a little bit. As you can see there. They're bringing in a knight from the side there to try to pick off a sword. Merfolk coming in. They know they can't defeat orange's fleet, so they're not attacking. They're just destroying the things that attacked them to keep the fight as even as possible. A very smart defensive way to play. We see a warship coming in. We see a sword coming in. And black is just trying to hold orange off, play as much attrition as they can. Now their fleet is getting ready for battle. Their merfolk went in. Are we going to see the land confrontation begin? No, not yet. Black is backing off a little bit. They're too afraid to start the land confrontation just yet, but they did throw in a merfolk, which means blue is going to be able to kill a merfolk for their trouble. Barrett, hey, how are you doing? We are watching Wargroove RTS right now. This is Wargroove as if it were a real-time strategy game. Oh my goodness. All right. There are way too many dogs on the map right now. We see a warship knock out a sword. Purple. Whoa! Merfolk going in. And we see a tier 2 Sedge Groove targeting a riverboat. Sedge actually ate a boat. Kraken hits another boat. And that's going to give Sedge another tier 2 groove. Oh my goodness. The sound effects are like delayed. It's happening so fast, the stream can barely keep up with the game. I'm actually narrating behind. I have to look at the game, not the stream, to figure out what's happening. All right, Purple's moving in their massive naval fleet. Sedge got a lot of free kills using their groove. I think Purple's been playing this very, very well. Incidentally, the unit counts have been stabilizing. I think the highest we've seen so far was around 150 because everyone's just been getting so many kills that they've actually been able to lower the unit counts. Purple's armada in the right middle is just growing, and I think eventually it is going to be able to overwhelm and attack blue. This would allow purple a massive beachhead into blue's territory if blue is not careful. On the other hand, blue has to dedicate to their fight with black, which seems pretty even so far. Meanwhile, orange and purple have this crazy fight happening where orange actually managed to steal some of purple's territory just using swords. Orange is also stuck fighting black on the naval front. And black has been doing a very good job of just playing defensively and not allowing orange to get much of an advantage, despite orange having a very big naval number. Orange is actually using their unit converter to turn swords into more naval units to grow their naval advantage, hoping to overwhelm black on the naval front by building more and more ranged units, riverboat, meat shields, and krakens to overwhelm their opponent. There's a ballista. Orange has a ballista in the center of the map. How the heck did they do that? And they're actually getting close to be able to take territory from blue. Overall, I think orange is doing the best job in the center of the map, with the most army taking the most territory in the center and the most contested pieces. Really nice riverboat strike on that sword, allowing a tier 2 groove from orange's Sedge, and I like how the two Sedges are facing off each other. Another riverboat strike and another Sedge groove. Overall, though, these riverboats are only finishing off weak units, and they could go down. I don't know if it's worth it. I guess we'll find out. This is a really big army fight with a lot of units. We see tons of turtles, so many turtles backing up this attack. So many merfolk. Orange is like, if you strike my riverboats, I will knock you down with my army. I am ready. Let's go. On the other hand, on land, orange only has a bunch of swords, really, and purple has more powerful land units, so this could be a pretty interesting fight. We see orange back up a little bit there. Also, keep in mind, anyone can get grabbed by a Kraken at any second, just ending the game, so there's that to keep in mind as well. Alright, Guardians. Finally, we're seeing some Guardians come in. It'll take a while before the Guardians get to the front lines, but once they do, the game will really pick up pace, because the Guardians can be stolen. So whoever's winning can steal their opponent's Guardians, have more Guardians, and then attack with the Guardians. Huge pike spam from blue. We see they have two barges? 3 barges? They have 3 barges reinforcing the center right now. Can you imagine building 3 barges? Alright, blue is using their warship to repeatedly decapture and try to control that center village against purple, but purple's armada is still too big, and blue is struggling to try to stop it. That being said, they have a nice fleet of ballista ships, which is kind of preempting an attack, making it very, very difficult to attack into it. Blue is pushing forward on the top middle, and that's where I think blue is going to make the most progress. I'm going to love the convey that happens soon. I'm very excited to see what happens. There's a frog! We've got a frog! Frog hype! Frog hype! We could see some massive plays with the frog coming out soon. Blue finally built a frog. I'm amazed no one thought of that sooner. Frogs are going to be amazing in this. Oh my goodness, that could just yeet a warship into a village and destroy it. Alright, it's Dinferno's turn, and Dinferno is moving in their guardians. They're moving in their units. Are we finally going to see... Dinferno's been pretty careful. They just have decided not to attack blue. They've just decided not to attack blue. They've been fighting orange back and forth. Alright, they're going in a little bit. This is a little bit more aggressive than what we've seen so far from black. They're going in a little bit deeper on naval. Really going in. Wow. And they don't attack the Kraken, they attack the riverboat? That's interesting. Oh! The Kraken is on beach. It's vulnerable from the land now. Are we going to see some land strikes on the Kraken? Apparently not. Ballista ship gets built. Wow, Black really dedicated to killing riverboats. I wonder if that was worth it. Meanwhile, in the top middle, we see Black going in with their full army, dropping tons of units. Kraken coming out, ballista ship coming out. Lots of merfolk. Those are going to be really devastating. Vesper is moving forward, and Vesper is aiming at that 9 village. Vesper is saying, I want your village. We've been dancing around each other too long, Blue. I want your village, and I'm going to start attacking it. Let's fight. All right, Black is engaging. Black is engaging on Blue. Black is closing the distance between them, attacking a village. Blue is going to have to respond to that. So far, 162 is the highest unit count I've seen so far. We're at 162. The next highest guess was, let me see, what was the next highest guess? 375 from Zipper. So Zipper might actually be the closest right now. Zipper might be the closest. Alright, so purple is fighting orange head on. I mean, these two are not shy. They have been killing each other's units back and forth in the bottom middle. Their naval units have been shredding through each other. And the fact that both of them have Sedge means that they can do even more damage each turn. Wow! Oh, the turtles are getting destroyed! And then Sedge goes in through the destroyed village to groove the damaged turtle, taking it out. This is a massive play by purple. Sedge is so deep in enemy territory, the turtle takes out the merfolk. The turtle damages the riverboat, destroys it. And now Sedge is going to groove both riverboats. This is a huge play by purple. Orange's naval force was just destroyed. Half of it is just gone now. It's gone. And purple continues to attack. With that naval force gone, purple has so much power because their land force was already better. It was already better. They've got a rifle now. They're bringing in the pikes. They're bringing in swords. All they have to do is set up and push, and orange is in big trouble. And we see a barge coming out. We see guardians coming in. It looks like purple is playing to win. They are playing to wipe orange off the map. But that's not all. That's not all. Purple still is going to play... Oh my goodness, they take out a Kraken with riverboat and merfolk. They do massive damage to a ballista ship using a ballista crit. But they're not doing any more than that. They're like, I did the damage I wanted. I did an efficient amount of gold damage. I'm respecting purple's army, building my own, getting ready, because I'm going to fight orange right now. Purple is dominating every front they touch. I have to say, OgreNade is doing so well. Every single front that they're a part of, they are winning. They're winning. Orange has them a little bit kind of like in the middle bridges, but other than that, purple is the MVP right now. All right, orange gets a really nice counterattack on the turtles, get those really nice ballistic counterattacks. Got the Sedge groove on the weakened turtle, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Purple did more damage. Purple pushed orange's naval off. I think orange is really going to have a hard time answering this push from purple if purple can keep making brilliant trades like this. Not to mention, purple already has a rifle aimed at the fight, so purple can just chip away at units every turn. While orange is going really deep. Really deep. Look at that. The mage went in. This is going to give orange the chance to start a land war. A land war that orange has the advantage in because they have pikes. Purple has the advantage in. Purple has the advantage in. I think this is a mistake. I think this is going to give purple a big advantage. But orange is going for it, and they're doing a lot of land damage, making up for their losses at sea. If they can minimize the counterattack, Wow, that was a really smart crit. Look at that crit. Now Sedge is going to do even more damage on land, and the unit counts are actually starting to drop. We see the wall go down, so now we can start seeing air units come in for orange. No, there's already a witch on the side of purple. Overall, that was a pretty good attack. Orange might lose some swords for it, but I think they got as many swords as they're going to lose, and Orange is going to have a really fun time here. Also, Orange managed to steal more villages in the center and is continuing to grow their center lead. Orange has the highest economy in the game right now at 4,200 economy, though their unit count is one of the lowest at 147. A lot bigger than Black, which is one of their neighbors, but lower than Purple, which is not ideal. And they're going to continue to lose units as they continue to brawl with Black. Yeah, I think Black's attack on Orange was a little bit ill-conceived. They put too many units in danger to do too little damage. Now Orange is having a massive counterattack on Black right now. Oh, and uses the Weak Kraken to grab a riverboat, which is also protecting the Weak Kraken. I love that move. More units converting on the side of Orange. Orange is looking to wipe Black off of their naval front, which is going to be fantastic for Blue. Look at that massive forest convert. And we're not even talking about the lumber mills when we're talking about the economy. Yeah, their economy is technically 4,200, but they have those lumber mills stacking even more money on top of it. And we see the Kraken grab one of their own units to protect it, I guess? That's crazy. Alright, we see that the Guardians have landed for Blue. Blue is ready to fight Black with Guardians. And they're chipping away at Purple's armada. I don't know if we're going to see a big engage on Blue at this point, because Purple just has such a big army. Purple's army is so massive. Oh my goodness, double rifle drop. Double rifle drop. Those double rifles are going to be so valuable, because remember, they can hit sea units. Oh, and pulls the warship out of the way. That was funny. So attacks with the warship and then uses the frog to pull it to safety and then protect the warship. I love that. Yeah, Purple just finishing off some units. It's really a heavy stalemate between these two. Oh no, Blue going in. Blue going in a little bit. They move their ballista ship in a little to do a little more damage. They're feeling a little more confident with that double rifle drop. That's going to do a lot of damage. The extra funny thing is those two villages they keep fighting over are really important, because if you hold the village, the rifles can't hit anything behind it. If you don't hold the village, the rifles can hit everything behind it. So you really have to watch that. Wow, Blue has like 3 more rifles in a balloon in the back. They're just going to be streaming rifles, and everyone's just going to be dumping a million rifles onto the seafront, which makes sense. That's the thing to do. Blue is pushing forward. They're pushing their massive land army forward into Black, and Black actually has one of the lowest unit counts at 129. They are 20 units below. 20 units below the next lowest person. Black has really got to pick up the pace. They're not looking so great in this match. Alright, so Dinferno is trying to do as much damage as they can to Orange, as you can see on the side here. But unfortunately, Orange was able to get such a big naval push. I think Black just overextended a little bit on naval. That Black is struggling. Really nice Harpy crit, and then Ballista hit to take down the warship, but the warship can't hit naval units to begin with. So Orange is going to get another big counterattacker naval. I don't like how it looks for Black on the naval front right now in the bottom left. Sorry, the mid left. Black is pushing on the center against Blue. They kind of have to. It's the only place they could get any gains. And Black and Blue have been inching towards each other on this front all game. They've been inching. I really want to see what happens when they finally fight, because it's going to be Vesper versus Mercia. Invincibility versus healing. It's actually funny. Vesper might be able to dump Groove and then do so much damage that Vesper gets Groove again, and then can just stay invincible forever. That would be funny to see. If Vesper can just stay in a smoke cloud forever. All game. And never leave invincibility. That would be devastating. Can you imagine that? Alright, Purple. Blue has the most units. I don't know how Blue is doing so well. Most units and the most economy. Alright, so Purple is massively pushing into Orange. Huge counterattack. Huge Groove. Purple's doing so much damage. On the naval front, on the land front, everywhere where damage can be done, Purple is just chomping into Orange and lowering their unit count. But this battle between purple and orange is kind of hurting the both of them, but they have no choice. They've got to keep it going. I'd say purple has been doing it a little bit better so far, though. Purple has been doing it just a little bit better. They've gotten things to the battlefront first. They've had better naval attacks, better land attacks. They've got a better army composition. I think purple is doing really, really well. And the rifle hit gives Sedge another groove. It's so good. Massive army coming in. But it's pretty even. If you look at the unit count, you look at the economy, orange is winning on economy. Slightly behind on unit count, but it's almost their turn, so it doesn't even matter. It's pretty even between orange and purple. But I do think that in the bottom, purple is winning that fight. Big damage coming out from purple on that village, just trying to chomp down that village to give the rifles the best possible space. We see a turtle go into a ballista. You don't normally see turtles sacking themselves like that, but the ballista was in an annoying spot. Purple wanted to get rid of it. I like how blue is sort of flanking a little bit with that kind of turtle kraken ballista, like near that 6th village. Oh my goodness. But purple is rotating their army around. They're getting ready to attack. They're like, I've got a bigger naval than you. I kind of want to use it and smash you. Let's fight. And purple's sort of inching towards blue, getting ready to bring down their armada on top of them. This is not Wargroove. This is Wargroove RTS. Alright, Orange Disobeyed has a Guardian. Orange's Guardian is actually really close to the front lines right now. We see the Sedges continue to trade turtles, and this is what's keeping the unit count in check. The highest unit count right now is 172 for blue, and they're going to get it even higher on their turn. Yeah, I think the reason the unit counts aren't going out of control, I'm amazed they can go above 150, really, is mostly just because players are killing each other's units almost as fast as they're building them now, with these massive fights that have been breaking out. Orange continues to push on that side, and continues to try to get economy in the center of the map. Orange economy is actually one of the highest, equal to blue right now, with purple slowly following. Black is actually the only player who's starting to fall behind, both on unit count and on economy. Ooh, that Harpy loss is going to be... Yeah, this is unfortunate. I think Black might have misplayed the naval front a bit. Orange is getting a very, very, very big attack into Black's naval, which is going to further lower Black's unit count. Look at that naval. It's just dropping. Oh my goodness. So much damage. Kraken brings it in. And that warship that Black has will not be able to hurt anything on the naval front. This means that Orange's army has basically won the naval fight in that sea, in that theater, and is going to be able to push Black off of their converter, off of their racks, and start taking territory. I think Orange is actually going to start winning because Black will fall. But remember, anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. Alright, Orange still has to deal with Purple, though, and remember, Purple is actually beating Orange in the fight at the bottom right now. Orange has to be careful that they don't lose their gains against Black in the fight against Purple. We see the Kraken grab one of those riverboats and create a little bit of a barrier with its arm. That arm can be attacked, and it will deal a lot of damage to the Kraken if it is attacked, but it's kind of a little bit tricky to deal with. Alright, tons of units coming in for Orange, and I think we're going to see Blue, the player who has actually done the best so far, despite not really winning in any given front. Alright, Blue has is tied for best economy and has the highest unit count, which will only grow. They use their frog to... Oh, wow, they used the frog to make the barge go faster! That was so smart! And let the units go even faster. Blue is also getting ready to chase Orange out of the center, so Blue will be able to recover some territory there. But in terms of fighting Black, Blue actually doesn't really have a way to fight Black. In terms of fighting Purple, Blue actually doesn't really have a way to fight Purple. The thing about Blue's position is that although they have a great economy and a great unit count, they can't really be aggressive anywhere. They're kind of just very, very safe everywhere. So they'll chip away at whatever attacks them, but there's not much else they can do. And all Blue can do is set up and wait for their doom as Purple continues to push closer towards Blue's army. Once Purple gets in range, we're going to see an all-out brawl between them. All Purple needs, the only thing Purple needs to start this fight, is for the merfolks to be in range of the ballista ships. And that happens. If the merfolks get in range of the ballista ships, Purple can fully engage on Blue's army and try to do to Blue what Orange did to Black and wipe them off the sea. Wiping your opponent off the naval front gives you total control of every sea village and makes it very, very difficult for them to push. Impossible, in fact, because it will no longer be possible for them to push you out of the ocean. The only thing they can do is like rifle spam and try to drive you off. So owning the ocean is huge. It's game winning, potentially. All right, meanwhile, black is in the worst position. They're doing their best to try to chip away. They do massive damage to that turtle. Their warship is getting a lot of value on the land front, kind of at the corner there. And they're trying to drive orange off land. It's actually off the map. This map is so big, it's actually happening off the map. But, unfortunately, they just can't do much damage to orange's naval front, and I'm worried for black that orange is just going to wipe them off. They're actually using their unit converter to try to get more units into the sea. Ooh, really nice merfolk strike into the ballista. Really nice ballista crit into the ballista. The Guardian's coming in. Black is pushing into blue. This is a full attack. This is a full attack. This is not a drill. This is not a rehearsal. Black is fully engaging into blue on the naval front and on some of the land barriers. We see the groove coming out. This is it. We've been waiting all game for this. But the groove covered the naval front, not the land front. That's so smart. We just talked about how the naval front is so important. Black realized this as they lost their other naval front, so they decided to use their groove to protect their naval front to win naval against blue. That is actually a really smart way to come back. Meanwhile, purple... What? What? Move Sedge into the Kraken's arm? What? Purple died! Purple died? What happened? What happened? Hold on, we're finding out what happened from chat. I'm going to pause the game. Hold on, what happened? OgreNade said in a GC, it was a misclick, and that's why they surrendered. They didn't mean to move Sedge there. Oh, wow! After all that, purple misclicks and moved Sedge into a position where they were certain to die. They surrendered because there was nothing more they could do. I guess if you're moving like 1 billion units at once, misclicking is really easy. This is huge for blue. Blue was about to get destroyed by purple's navy, and orange was only ever threatened by purple. Unfortunately, this means that black is going to get eliminated, and blue and orange are going to dominate the map. Their unit counts will grow exponentially, and they will be likely to fight each other. Oh my goodness. After all that, purple was playing the best out of anyone. I think even though they didn't have the best economy or the best unit count, they had the most aggressive position, they had the best fights. Purple was on top of the game. But unfortunately, they just got a little too aggressive and put their commander in the wrong spot. That is super unfortunate. I am super sad that that happened. I am sad for purple. But the game will continue. The game will continue. And I will just say, purple, you get the honorary mention award because you were playing the best. Your Wargroove was the most solid until the misclick that put your commander in death range. The convo starts now. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. So now blue and orange need to attack each other from across the map, while trying to wipe out black as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, Dinferno, aka Vesper, aka Black's role in the game, has just become that of a bot that both players need to defeat so they can get to each other. It's not just because purple was eliminated. I think black was kind of losing because they lost the naval front to begin with against orange, but ultimately now they have no hope of recovering because they're just smushed between two titans. Unless, you know, blue and orange decide not to fight each other. Sorry, to fight only each other and not go after black because black's not a threat. Who knows? But, oh wow. Blue immediately moves in to try to recapture all of purple's territory. They are diving in with as many units as they can, trying to go as deep as they can, get their army somewhere it'll be useful. And they continue to have like this massive army of balloons bringing in more and more rifles. Blue is going to cover the map in rifles right now. And we've got this massive economy tie between blue and orange. They both have 4,500 gold. And I think the max unit count right now is 187, probably going to grow at the end of this turn. But once black is eliminated and they can take up the entire map themselves, who is going to win? Pepper or Disobeyed? Oh my goodness. All right, blue is moving in absolutely everything. Their naval front is massive. They'll be able to wipe anything that touches it off the map. The problem is, will it actually get to orange in time? Oh, I love that! The dog found a hit on the ballista. That's so cool. Every little bit of damage counts. Oh my freaking, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this! 199 unit count. 199 unit count. I've never seen a unit count like this before. Alright, black is going in. The Guardian attacked, and they're putting a trebuchet behind the Guardian. Blue is not going to break that position. It's just, you can't break that position. That's invincible. A regenerating Guardian guarding a trebuchet? No, that's done. Black is doing everything they can to wipe orange off of the naval front. It's just kind of not possible. Black just doesn't have enough there. Black just doesn't have enough there to drive them. Look, you got the turtle, but the Kraken just completely obliterated that ballista ship just by grabbing it. It's going to go down. Yeah, orange can wipe black off the map, and should, because if black is allowed to recover, then black will be able to threaten orange with a new navy that they can build. So orange is pretty much forced to continue trying to fight black. I will say, though, that black is stabilizing their unit count. They're not going too far down, so they managed to stay in the game. Massive attack into blue. Black has realized that they're under threat. They realize they want to take territory. They're trying to do as much damage as they can in the meantime. We finally see this big attack happening on blue, and Vesper got a second groove! Protecting their land this time and not the sea. I guess it makes sense because this is a really big land push. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful attack. We were talking about this. We were talking about this earlier. In theory, Vesper can use groove every turn as long as black can continue to do these massive fights. I mean, if you kill 9 units every... how many units do you have to kill every turn? If you kill 20 units every turn... 23. If you kill 20 units every turn, you can get groove every turn. Technically possible. And given the ridiculous unit counts, yeah. Now, orange is an amazing position. Orange is in a fantastic position right now, because they are going to get to the barracks of purple, which will enable orange to build from there, use it as a massive building base, and wipe out blue. So blue will not be able to invade orange's base, because our orange will basically be able to deploy in blue's face. So that'll be really big for orange. I think, unfortunately, purple's misclick probably benefited orange the most, and orange is in a really, really solid position because of that. To just invade that base, get a second base, and start fighting absolutely everybody. Oh, we see another Kraken grab come out. We see ballista, hitting ballista, hitting ballista, hitting ballista, hitting ballista. All of black's naval force is obliterated or controlled at this stage. There's nothing left. The warship can't hit naval. The ballistas are just wiping out things that I can't even see because the map is so big. And orange continues to lower black's unit count. Continues to build naval. And unfortunately, with the bulk of black's army off-flighting blue, orange could actually take over purple's base and then take over black's base. And with 3/4 of the map, orange would guarantee themselves the victory if that happens. Blue and black need to realize at this stage that they're going to lose the game if they don't do something. And orange has just now taken the lead with 4,600 economy. Although there's still, blue still has more unit count, technically. Alright, blue has the Guardian in the center. They're running their dogs in. They're doing everything they can even using the frog to accelerate the movements to try to get a beachhead onto purple's base. They've got to get to purple's base. If blue's army can't make it to purple's base in time, orange wins the game, frankly. But blue has a big force there. They do have a big army. They have 1,000,000 rifles. They have a huge naval force. And they are starting to pressure orange off the center. The only problem is black is using all of their grooves against blue, not against orange. So blue has the biggest threat from black. And this is the point, honestly, where I would try to do some diplomacy with black. Like, hey, you want to be friends, you want to not fight, you want to team up against orange, but it doesn't look like that happened. For whatever reason, diplomacy was not an option. And the two were forced into a death match. Oh, Guardian does so much damage to golems! Vesper Groove is local now. Right, I forgot. Vesper Groove is local now. It's not, well, technically it was always local, but the range was like something ridiculous like 99. But now because of that, black has no choice but to fight blue. It's actually really hard to do diplomacy here, thinking about it, because even if black and blue said, let's be friends, where would black put their army? Right? They kind of have no choice but to keep attacking blue. The only way for them to be friends is if blue kind of gives up this island and say, okay, you can have this island, balloon your stuff to the center and leave me alone. And that would be risky because then black might try to attack blue's base. It doesn't work. The two are basically forced to fight because of how the map works out, and I kind of like that. I like the fact that this map kind of forces you to keep fighting whoever you're fighting and not just always team up against whoever's winning. It's a little bit more difficult to do that. I think in that sense, this map has a brilliant design, and I'd like to see more FFA maps designed like this. So that, not giant and with infinite economy, obviously. I would never want to play on this, though it's fun to watch. It's super fun to watch. I'm enjoying this, but I wouldn't want to play it. But I mean, with the design that you're sort of locked into fighting for, like, middle islands, middle villages, I think that's really smart. I like that. Okay, so black continues to try their very darndest to remove orange. Black is going out swinging. They're going out swinging. They're doing their best to hit everything they can. Ooh, Guardian wipes out the mage. Big damage. Fun fact, Guardians don't do much damage to Guardians. Nothing does much damage to Guardians. Shadow Sister goes in. That's probably going to fall apart, but it got a kill. Really nice pike crit on that knight. Oh, beautiful. So, oh my goodness, all the damage. I can't even narrate fast enough. Black is just destroying blue's position. Despite that, blue still has the biggest unit count in the game right now at 193 currently, but black is destroying the position. Oh, and another pike crit dog comes in. Wow. Sedge does damage to Guardians. That's good to know, actually. And Vesper farmed another groove! This is the crazy thing about Vesper on this map. You get infinite groove, so Vesper can just be invincible every turn. Oh, that is so overpowered. So because black is invincible every turn, they continue to win every fight, and there's nothing blue can do. Blue's army has been routed. They might still have the highest unit count, but most of that unit count is naval that they cannot use right now. Blue's only hope is to somehow rush orange's naval with their own naval and try to drive them off the sea, but they have to take this super narrow path to do it, and orange is already there. It probably won't work. Meanwhile, it's orange's turn. Oh my goodness. They continue to destroy every single unit that black has built in front of them. The funny thing is, black is able to build units every turn, as many as orange can destroy, but orange is destroying valuable units that increasingly push black off of the sea. And that's the critical part there. Oh, we got a little bit of a visual bug. I thought they fixed those. Apparently not. Okay, there it went away when the unit died. Yeah, our orange has dominated the sea now. Black is driven off of the sea. Orange owns that sea. And as a result, oh my goodness, look at this, look at this. Orange is almost at the barracks now. Once orange gets a hold of those barracks, oh, forget it. Orange will be able to take over this whole base, activate the Guardians. Don't forget, there are still Guardians on the field that now orange can capture and control. When purple surrendered, the only thing that happened was that orange was able to knock down Sorry, the Guardians decapped themselves. They can be recapped. Insanely impressive. Insanely impressive. Well, I don't know what's impressive. The situation is impressive. It's not like anyone did that on purpose. But still, this is heavily favoring Orange right now. Orange has a huge advantage over their opponents. They're going to have multiple Guardians, multiple barracks, and they basically get it for free. Now that's one of the hazards of FFA, is if somebody goes down, even due to a misclick, it can be really swingy. Look at this beautiful, beautiful armada by Orange right now. We have barge, 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 barge. It's like a chain of barges that's just going to deploy unit after unit after unit to the front. Orange is getting ready to move absolutely everything. Whoa, what did I just do? Absolutely everything to fight Blue. And has actually got 190 unit count, has matched Blue's unit count, matched their economy. Blue is struggling to deal with Black. I don't think you can fight a Vesper that gets Groove every turn. How do you fight a Vesper that gets Groove every turn? You can't. That's auto-losing. That's automatically losing. There's nothing that can be done. There's just absolutely nothing that can be done here. Blue is doing massive damage to the naval front, though. They're doing a lot, and they've got their army of rifles, which they've been building all this time to fight Purple, getting ready and in position. The problem is most of what they've been building are dogs, so their dogs can't really capture buildings, unfortunately. Arf, arf, we're here to take over. It doesn't quite work. So as a result, unfortunately, Blue will not have the same ability to grab barracks as quickly as Orange. They're both going to slam into them at the same time. I think Blue will get at least one barracks. Maybe. But Orange will get a million. It's going to be very, very, very difficult. Alright, Mercia backs up and goes for a heal here, using the Guardian to secure their position as much as possible. There's not a lot else they can do. Black is just sort of running through Blue. How fight a Vesper that grooves every turn? 10 witches. No one's going for the nuclear option. Well, there's a reason people aren't massing witches here. They're not able to. There are so many ballista ships on the field that witches wouldn't really be able to get anywhere. They would just get wiped out. You'd have to spend way too many turns. Because remember, they don't have that much economy for this many bases. If you tried to witch spam, you'd be losing so many builds. It's just not worth it. You can maybe build a witch a turn, but no one's really building air. So it does nothing for you. It's a waste of money. Like, unless you had a guaranteed commander front, it's just not worth it. As Sedge, I agree. Disobeyed could maybe get some value out of the witches, but right now they're in it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work with the situation. Alright, Black is hanging in there. They're hanging in there. They're definitely losing the fight against Orange, and they're not going to win that fight. But they've managed to make Orange pay a price in blood for attacking them. Every single turn, Black does as much damage as they possibly can to Orange's naval forces. Even using a dog to hit a turtle. Just anything and everything. Using the converter to build merfolks on land. And it's working. It is chipping away at Orange's naval front and making Orange pay for that continued attack. But the thing is, Black is also attacking Blue, doing tons of damage, even getting a crit on a Guardian. Witch Hex comes out. Big damage, and that's into Mercia. Don't forget you're hexing into a Mercia. Mercia's gonna get Groove every turn, but you make her use it, she can't hit anything, and she's sort of trapped and surrounded by the Witch. Even if the Mage can hit it, it's just so much damage. Black is just dealing too much damage. Oh, Night Crit one-shots the ballista ship. Dog comes in. There's just ridiculous amounts of damage happening. And another Groove. Another Groove. Vesper gets to be invincible every turn. Now that Guardian is trapped. It's just trapped. Black will be able to capture, kill, and flip the Guardian. Getting another Guardian that they can use to continue to push into Blue. Really, the reason Blue is going to lose this game isn't because of Orange so far, it's because of Black. Because Black is going down, but they're taking Blue down with them. Oh my goodness. What did I do? Alright, we're zoomed in a little bit for a second. Alright, Orange managed to recapture one of Purple's Guardians and has a massive wall of capturing units heading for those barracks. This is going to give Orange a big advantage. They can already start building units right inside that base. They've got like 1 million barges to ferry units over from their own base, so their unit count is going to start skyrocketing. Because now they'll be able to build out of Purple's base, too. They can just build dogs out of every barracks, have, like, plus 20 dogs a turn. How do you fight that? Well, dogs can counter knights if you can build 20 a turn. That's ridiculous. Orange continues to punish and try to obliterate as much of Black's naval force as it possibly can. Death by a million ballistas. However, the merfolk are going to be able to do some work against those ballistas, which is why Black built them. It's just going to be slow going as Orange continues to whittle and whittle and whittle away at Black's economy and units. And now Orange is setting up their ballistas to guard that corridor. You see that corridor with the bridges and the beaches? Blue has a massive naval force and really wants to use it. But in order to use it, they would have to send it through that corridor. They can't do that if it's guarded by so many ballistas that whatever steps in there gets one shot before it can move a tile. So Orange has shut down Blue's navy. Blue's navy effectively no longer exists unless it wants to try to sneak through the center of the map. And Blue's navy is its best feature right now. So overall, Blue has very little. Blue has very little. They're going to have a real hard time fighting this. Alright. Blue is no longer winning on economy. They're no longer winning on unit count, though they're going to get it at the end of this turn, probably. We see a Hex come in. Some good damage. The Guardian's still trapped. Finally, Blue gets a capture and puts down 2 rifles, which are capturing units. Every time a sneaky says ballista instead of harpoon. Right, they're called harpoons. I just call them ballista ships. I don't know, that's what they are to me. Those rifles will be able to capture. So Blue will be able to get some more barracks. Blue will be able to start covering against these swords, even using the rifles to maybe try to stop the swords from capturing more stuff. Mercia runs away. I mean, what else can you do against a Vesper that can get groove every single turn? You can't fight that. You can't fight that. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do but run away and wait for Orange to finish killing Black's naval. Once that happens, Vesper won't be able to attack enough stuff to get groove every turn anymore. And then maybe Blue can get a counterattack. Also, positioning with the golems, the rifles, Mercia, Blue can eliminate the damage. So yeah, backing up, running away, trying to just take a defensive position. That's absolutely the right way to deal with it. Oh, really smart. Really smart. Blue's using the unit converter to put more units on land. They're converting their useless naval into very useful knights. That is brilliant. Blue found a way to convert their naval, we just talked about how it wasn't working anymore, into a land force. And now they converted another land unit to build a barge to help accelerate units over. It's just craziness. And the frog is pulling the barge. Blue is massively trying to... Can you frog pull units in Vesper Groove? Yes. You can? I didn't know that. They shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to do that. I thought they were untargetable. We gotta test that. Hold on. I didn't think that could happen. I know you can pull it into Vesper Groove. I didn't think you could target them, though. I guess it's not an attack? What? That has to be tested. Ooh, that Guardian is super low. It should have attacked something so it could enter its regeneration protocol, but it didn't. Black continues to wipe Blue off the face of the map. Black might have had a major naval blunder. They're not going to win any Admiral awards anytime soon. But on land, they're a tactical genius. Getting Vesper Groove every turn, they've been able to push Blue back and make up for some of their lost economy. And they continue to attack Orange, don't get me wrong. They continue to attack Orange. I can't even see how, because it's off screen, because the map is too darn big. Let me see if I can try to convince the map to go more that way. It's not working. They continue to attack Orange, continue to extract a price in blood from Orange. They're chipping away at Orange's naval every turn. But the damage they're doing to Blue is just so much bigger. I'm amazed that Black's unit count is stable, that they have 140 units and it's been that way for the past 5 turns, despite them getting basically wiped out on one front. That just shows how well they've been playing on land. You can't. Yeah, I didn't think you could. I didn't think you could frog pull Investor Grove. It should be untargetable. Black is staying in the game by attacking blue. Whoa. Ah, finally, we can see what's been happening over here. I zoom out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we haven't been able to see this side because of the overview. So we're going to zoom in for a sec so we can see what's been going on. Oh, wow, the land folk spam. Knight into pike. Orange is just playing a heavy war of attrition here. Just doing absolutely everything to try to do as much damage as possible to black. And remember, these are fortified villages. They don't go down easy. Alright, I'm going to go back to the overview. Now that we finally got to see... Back to the overview. There we go. Now that we finally got to see what was happening over there. But this is, like, seriously massive. Oh my goodness. Alright, so Orange has total control of the corridor and is actually starting to move their units through the corridor. They're actually starting to move their naval force through the corridor to get, like, better zoning on blue. They're also moving some of their forces to the center. So Orange is willing to engage with Blue's navy. And so far, Orange has 1, 2, 3 barracks under their control in Purple's territory. 3 barracks. That's big. That means Orange can just start dumping golems here. Make it really difficult for Blue to take this back. Not to mention, look at these chains of barges. It's like every turn, the barges depart with more and more units that are just going to get... Every single turn, more barges get built. And every single one of those barges is going to dump 2 units onto the front. I don't think Purple is going to be able to survive this massive chain of barges and units. Oh my goodness, what did I do? No, get back to the overview. Okay. Alright, Blue's rifles are finally coming into play. They are the pride and joy of Blue's army. And Blue is doing their best to try to grab barracks, but they're just a little bit slower, and it's not Blue's fault. Nobody expected Purple to go down when they did, and Blue could not have gotten any closer just because of the way the map was arranged. We see a Kraken taking a very nice defensive position. More rifles getting into position. Blue has realized that they're not going to be able to win this front outright, but they're getting ready to fight Orange for it. And the battle for Purple's base has begun. Blue versus Orange. If Orange wins this fight, Orange will likely win the game. But if Blue wins, Blue could be the winner. Alternatively, if Black wipes out Blue, then it'll be Black versus Orange for the win. Although Black kind of has half the unit count, like 70 less units than the opponents. So my money is not on Black winning right now, but anything is possible. Blue continues to try to... Oh wow, just that puts a balloon right in front of the hideout to defend as long as it can. That's bold. A little desperate. Blue has been matching Orange in terms of economy. They have 5,100 economy to Orange's 5,200. Very even. Very, very even. I was going to do the whole stream as like one video and just slap it on YouTube and not worry about it. I think this is getting its own video. We're just going to call it Wargroove RTS. If I even have time to edit anything. I don't know if I'm going to have time today. My voice is dead. Oh my goodness. Alright, massive builds coming out from Blue. Current unit count, 217. 217 for highest unit count. 222, 223. 223 is the highest unit count. I don't know about that 600, Sequoia. Whoa. Whoa. What's even happening? It's lagging too much. Alright, Black continues to attack into Blue. I'm just going to drag this down a little bit so we can see a little better. There we go. And we see these ballista ships that Black built continue to do a lot of work. The merfolk wrecking some havoc. Ooh, taking down those ballista ships. So much damage. Taking down the turtle. Taking down the harpoon. I have to say this about Black. They've lost that battle so many turns ago, but they are successfully punishing Orange for it every possible step of the way. Oh, beautiful turtle strike on the Kraken. Yeah, black is not king-making. They are not choosing the winner of this game. They are attacking everyone to the best of their ability, which I think is a very fair way to play. Very fair way to play an FFA. Oh, wow. Trebuchets coming in, backing up double Guardian Vesper with Groove. Black's land army is just so strong, it can't be beaten. It really can't be beaten. I think if Black actually manages to wipe out Blue, they might be able to push into Orange's stolen base from Purple and take the game. It's possible. The Invincible Vesper strategy is really scary. Alright, Orange just captured a bunch of fortified villages, and I want you all to see what that did to the economy. Orange now has 5,900 economy. That's just... what is even happening? You could build 4 golems in a turn with that economy and not even blink. Orange is moving most of their units, remember that giant train of barges, to the center of the map. Orange is recognizing that Blue has 2 fortified villages in the center, and that there's a lot of opportunity to create another attack front in the center. So Orange is trying to open that up. A little bit risky, it's very hard to redeploy to the center, but it lets Orange be more aggressive with more of their army. Also, interestingly enough, it'll let Orange swing around and sort of diagonal attack Black from another land front if Blue chooses not to engage. So you either get to fight Blue, or you can wipe out Black and get more money that way. So yeah, Orange is playing this pretty well. Orange is playing this pretty well. They did have a bit of a heavy advantage with Purple dropping out, but they're doing all the right things. They're making all the right moves, and they really won that naval front against Black. I don't think anyone had as decisive a victory as that naval victory against Black. Alright, Orange is just spamming witches and golems now. They are ready to fight in Purple's old base. I don't think there's anything Blue can actually do to get it back. But I've been wrong before. Alright, massive troop movement from Orange. The unit counts are getting ridiculous. Let's take a look at the unit counts. Highest unit count is 228. For a normal competitive game on a reasonably big map, we see unit counts up to like 50. We do not see 228. That is not a number that is meant to exist in Wargroove. Oh, massive. Oh my goodness! They're just... oh, the damage! The damage. Blue is dealing massive damage all across the map as much as possible, wiping out the trebuchet, damaging the knight. Blue is just trying to hold on against Black. They're on the edge of their seats, just grabbing on as tight as possible, trying not to get driven off by Vesper. The rifles are coming in, bravely reloading, prepared to defend the line against a horde of ballista ships. We see rifle snipes, dog strikes, so many dog attacks. And Blue is moving their entire army forward. This is not a drill, this is not a joke. They are going to fight for every inch of territory. They're moving their whole army up to bear against all of their enemies. They built a trebuchet. They've got their pikes coming in, their knights coming in. They're just pushing everything forward. Gone are the days of people being cautious. This is all-out war. Rifle gets another pick-off. Yet no one can afford to wait anymore. No one can afford to wait. If you wait, other people's territory gets taken, and your rivals get stronger. You have to attack, so everyone is attacking with everything they have. I like how Blue keeps using the frogs to like attack with merfolks and then pull them to safety. That's so cool. And it's just sort of like got these weak krakens just ready to grab stuff if needed. And now Blue is converting all of their naval units into land units to prepare for the massive land war with Orange, to try to get control of Purple's base. Absolutely the right thing to do. We talked about how Blue's naval just wasn't doing a whole lot. Converting it into the land will give Blue a big advantage. Unit counts are 233. What kind of unit count is 233? What kind of number is that? Alright, so far the bets say that the highest unit count in the game will go to 345, 600, and 800. I don't think 600 is going to happen based on what we've seen so far, but it's possible if one player gets eliminated and it stops the fighting for a turn on one of these fronts. 345 looks likely if the game ends in a more reasonable way. Rifles are shooting everywhere across the map. We have double Guardian coming in from Black. Black is stealing Blue's villages and continuing to fight Blue's naval, but Blue just has a better naval. There's no getting around that blue has had the best naval of the game outside of purple. And since purple died, blue's naval is the best, although they've converted it some of it into land to fight orange. That being said, since purple died, orange has been building a better and better naval, necessary to keep fighting black, as black continues to fight on the naval front. Overall, though, there's Vesper's Groove, and once again protects the land front, allowing them to move very aggressively, even attack a mage with a harpy and go for a pretty free hex, and just move everything forward into blue, completely safe, completely invincible. The ability to use Vesper Groove every turn is kind of silly, but it's something you can only do on a map like this. Like, only on a map like this can you chain Vesper Grooves every frickin' turn. Oh my goodness, that is just wild. Alright, we see Frog coming out from black. They're slowly building a naval force to be able to contend with blue. They're bringing in rifles to be able to deal with orange. Black is not out of this game. Black might not be winning. If we take a look at the statistics, it might look pretty bad. 144 compared to numbers in the 200s, minus 2,000 eco, but actually they're still in. They're still pushing against blue. They still have a shot. They're still fighting orange. Meanwhile, orange has so many units that you can tell where the diagonal of the center of the map is because it's the color orange. Look at that front of land and sea just taking up the center. Orange is building up and getting ready to wipe blue's villages off the center of the map. They have this massive chain of barges that is dropping units off, picking them up in other barges, and then dropping them off again next turn. It's just this, like, massive convoy of barges meant to deploy land units to the front as quickly as possible. I don't even know how Orange needs that because they have so many barracks on the front lines now. They can basically just control the dang thing. We see dragons, we see rifles, we see guardians. Orange has a massive force. And currently they control a little more than half of purple's base. I think Orange is ready to control the whole thing, though, because they're spamming a golem a turn, and it's something that blue can't really imitate. They don't have enough barracks. They don't have enough economy. They're not playing Sedge. They don't have their commander there. Ultimately, the fact that Orange has a free commander able to fight in a really big fight and blue doesn't is pretty bad for blue. The only way this is good for blue is if they could somehow kill Sedge. That would be amazing. But if Orange were to die right now, blue would be stuck fighting black, who is beating blue. Still, blue's best chance for survival right now is to try to keep fighting, hold out as best they can, and look for a lethal on Sedge. If they can lethal Orange, if they can take out Orange, the game can continue. By the way, how long have we been doing this? How long has this match been going on? Only one person is down, and that was because of an accident. This game is insane. What were you people doing? Playing this for like 12 hours straight? Longer. How long did this game take? Oh my goodness. Alright, massive redemption from Orange. Orange has so much money. Keep in mind, in addition to their economic lead, they're just getting more and more and more from all the lumber mills they're capturing. And they're putting more and more and more swords, converting to sea units, just wiping out the sea. And remember, when Orange eventually wipes black off the sea, Orange can then unit converter all those sea units back into land units and take over black space. It took 2 months to play this game? I'm not surprised. This game took 2 months. Oh, wow. Blue is moving in their army. They're sort of holding on to this territory in the center. They don't want to give Orange anything else, so they're holding the territory in the center. 1 month, 3 weeks. Mercia is forced into grooving here and is just trying to hold the position against this massive attack. But I don't think there's much they could do. Even with a slightly, only slightly, superior naval force, Blue just can't fight on land. They just can't. There's double Guardian. There's Vesper who gets infinite grooves for no reason. Blue is still trying to take down this Guardian, and since it attacks, it's in regen mode, meaning it can't counterattack. I really love how those frogs are used to kind of chip away at the enemy and then put units back to safety. That's so cool. But despite Blue's brilliant frog maneuvers, they're having a lot of trouble holding this position. I don't even know if Mercia is going to live the next turn. Mercia's position looks... that's lethalable. Mercia could die. Mercia could die right there. Blue continues to balloon. They have so many balloons. We've lost track of how many barges and balloons each player has just to try to logistically move all of their units. Rifles hit a mage, take out a sword. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Something suicides into a guardian to activate its regen protocol. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there are just too many units. We actually see something unit converted into a third frog. Blue is getting very desperate, just going mass frog to try to figure out a way to unseat Black's invincible units. Meanwhile, just look at that massive army fight in the bottom. Look at that, look at that. Look at that. All right. Well, I'll show it to you again later, but this is just insane. Whoopsie. Hold on. I think I'm doing that by accident. Let me get out of that. All right. There we go. All right, we start with a Hex. This looks like a lethal. This really looks like a lethal. Guardian White, yeah. This is... No, not a lethal. I think Mercia could have died there, but Black is not going for a lethal of any kind. They're just breaking Blue's position and continuing to attack in. Oh, so much damage. Why wasn't there a lethal? Was there not a lethal there? I thought there was a lethal there. I thought there was a lethal there. Oh my goodness, what's happening? What's happening? All right, there we go. Alt tab for the win. Yeah, I thought there was a lethal on Mercia, but it just looks like a big attack. Vesper is super safe, protected on one side by the edge of the map, one side by a castle wall, and one side by a building. There's no killing Vesper there. Mercia looks like Mercia should have died last turn. I don't know if there was a missed lethal or something there. There might have been a missed lethal there. But still, the attack into Blue was so massive. If we take a look at the unit count, Blue and Orange are dead even in terms of unit count. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Black is losing on the naval front, but they're pushing so hard on land. Alright, let's take a look at this mess. Dragon goes in to kill a dog. Golem goes in to kill a sword. Orange has so much money, they can use dragons, golems, and guardians to kill the weakest of units. That's how rich Orange is right now. And Orange is taking control of the rest of Purple's base and is just attacking forward. More witch hexes. Orange isn't even thinking about it. They're just... Orange has 3 witches and they're just hexing at every available opera. 4 witches! Wow. That witch barely even did anything. It wiped out a dog. Orange spent 300 gold just to wipe out a dog. Orange is so far ahead right now, they can afford to make ridiculous plays like that. That should just not work at all. But because Orange is so far ahead, it can work. It's so much damage. Orange is actually being a little more cautious in the center than I thought they would be. They're still not going for the fortified village. Maybe the Guardian and the Rifle are giving them a little pause. Really nice formation protecting Sedge. Using the Guardian to guard the balloon, to guard the side of the tower, to guard Sedge, and then... Yeah, that's really nice. I don't see a lethal there. As long as Sedge can't be lethal, Orange is not going to lose. Like, really, the only way Orange loses at this point is if Sedge gets lethal. Like, look at that army. Look at this army. That's a full competitive game's worth of army just in this part of the map. Just in this part of the map. That's a full competitive game's worth of army. Double, because there are 2 of them. Oh my goodness, and then the builds keep happening. And then you see all these barges, like this chain of barges, dropping off units and picking them up, like this massive chain of barges. Orange literally has barges, like, ferrying around. Hey, welcome to the barge tour. It's a one-trip ticket or a full-trip ticket. You know? Oh my goodness, there's like 12 barges there. Hold on. Let me get out of overview so that we can see what happens. Because when it gets to the side of the map like this, it doesn't want to show me what's going on. Yeah. Show me the side. It won't show me the side. No matter what I do, it will not show me the side. It just won't do it. There's nothing I can do to get it to show me the side. I'm trying. I'm trying. There we go. Okay, we got it. So Orange has completely overrun Black's base. Finally. It took a while. But now that black has nothing else there, black is in an interesting position. They'll actually have to retreat. If they don't retreat and back off blue, they lose the stronghold, they lose the game. Black has to retreat here. There's no choice. All right, let me get back into the overview so we can see what this looks like. Okay. There we go. This is such a big map. Whoopsie. Just such a giant map. Oh my freaking goodness, look at this. There's just too many dudes. There's just too many dudes. Alright, tons of damage happening on black right now. Really, black should not be fighting blue. They overextended. They really need to defend their own base or they're going to lose. Like, if they're just trying to go down swinging as hard as I can, I guess I can respect that, but it really favors blue if they're doing that. Like, this just... sorry, orange. It really favors orange if they're just going to, like, put most of their army to attacking blue. Because before, it was giving them more economy. But right now, it's just losing them their base. I am far too happy hearing Sneaky lose their sanity. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, spoilers. No spoilers. Alright, we see Mercia groove again. Mercia gets to groove every turn. It's just not as powerful as Vesper being able to groove every turn. We see Witch Hexes being used to great effect to try to deal with these Guardians. Oh my goodness, and now the war over here. I'm actively moving the screen around so we can have a better view of what's happening. Oh, this is just so much damage happening everywhere. Yeah, blue can't really attack orange. Orange made this attack really well done. Although it's a little bit easy when you have infinite money. Oh my goodness. Oh my freaking goodness, what is happening? Okay, so blue is just trying to get units into the fight at this point. They're just trying to get units into the fight. They're building trebuchets and ballistas and trying to hold off orange's horde as much as they can. Maybe try to, like, sneak a lethal on Sedge somehow. Because that's your goal at this point. That's your goal. Build witches, build ballistas, build trebs, get a lethal on Sedge somehow. Be as cheesy, as cheap, and defensive as possible. This is a brilliant map. The more I see it, the more I realize how brilliant it is. You got, like, these tiny sea corridors, these big sea fights, all these different ways to tie you into battles, but you can still do really slow front switches. I will never, ever, ever play a game on this map, but I am really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying watching other people suffer through it. Their suffering brings me happiness. Oh, that's so much damage. What is happening? I can't even see what's happening. Where's the fighting? Where's the fighting? The game is lagging. There are so many units. There are too many units. So black has decided not to retreat. This is a little bit questionable because black is going to lose their HQ if they don't retreat. But they continue to fight blue, who is not threatening their HQ. Yeah, I'm not sure what Dinferno's doing. I guess maybe they're just trying to go down fighting. Trying to see if they can wipe out blue before orange wipes out them. I don't know. Yeah, we take a look more over here. We see that there is a massive golem front defending the HQ. So orange will really have to dedicate to trying to fight black if they try to push. So maybe that's why black feels comfortable continuing to attack blue. You know, they've got a big defensive position there. And they feel like they can handle it. Blue actually snuck this tower. Major props for that. But I think orange is going to be able to wipe them out. Because, yeah, Sedge group, that's the problem. Orange has Sedge down here. That's such a big advantage. Every weakened unit just gets obliterated by Sedge for free. And then Sedge can move again and reposition. It's just so good. It's so good. And then there's another groove. Yeah, orange must be having the time of their life. They basically have infinite free units now. Infinite hexes, infinite rifles, infinite dragons, and golems. Wow, uses the golem, sorry, the guardian to let another guardian slip through to open up a door. And just spamming hexes into swords. Is this efficient? No. Does this make sense? No. Does anyone care? No. Because then you get Sedge Groove, and it just wipes out the position. Orange is getting such a strong position from this. And every attack they make is another groove. And having a billion witches just makes it easier and easier to get groove. Ooh. Ooh, the damage keeps coming. Dragon takes out the golem, Sedge takes out the tower, heals get dropped. And more witches get built. Orange is actually witch spamming now. I would personally golem spam, but yeah, witch spamming will allow Orange to effectively convert their gold into Sedge Grooves. It's a little risky. Witches are very fragile and they don't attack. But when your lead is this big, you can do silly things and it works. And the witches are giving Sedge more and more groove and letting them bust this position very quickly. You know, golems would be weak against the frogs and the trebuchets, and they cost a lot. Sedge is actually crazy with witches. Yeah, the witches are doing a lot of work. Can't deny the witches are doing a lot of work. Alright, Orange has finally decided to attack that village in the middle. If we take a look at the statistics right now, because, well, we kind of should. Let me open up the statistics so we can take a quick peek at them. Orange has 264 unit count and 6,400 economy. Weirdly enough, that is not exactly winning yet, but I think positionally, you know, just not including other factors, Orange's position is winning. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry, hold on. There's a thing with the Wargroove auto-scroller that happens. I gotta do it like this, and this, and that prevents it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now that Orange has complete control of Black's navy, Orange can basically start converting these into golems, building golems, and golem into golem fight Black. It'll be a big expense, and Orange might actually want to just try to freeze the battlefront against Black until they take over Purple's base against Blue. And after all, Black is doing amazing damage to Blue right now. So Orange doesn't even have to attack Black. Orange can just sit back and laugh while Blue and Black kill each other. Once again, Blue has an invincible Vesper to contend with. We see rifles being used very well to try to chip away at Orange's forces, but Orange just has too many forces. Witch Hex into the Vesper pool again. Unfortunately, Blue just does not have enough to deal with Black just making their army invincible every turn. Their navy continues to do really big damage. Really big damage to Black's navy. I mean, we're just seeing Black's navy fall apart here. Oh, wow, you can? They were frog pulled out of the smoke. You can frog pull things in Vesper smoke? I didn't know that. That's... What? What? That's broken. That's not fair to Vesper. What? You can frog pull things out of Vesper smoke? That's just... That shouldn't be... Ugh. That is gross. That is gross. That does not feel fair. That just doesn't feel fair. Alright, Blue is attacking into Orange on the bottom, but we're focusing more on the fight top. Nope, we're going back here. Blue's just switching back and forth, to the annoyance of the viewers. A massive heal comes out. That golem gets healed to full. That was a tier 2 Mercia groove. I like how the frogs are pulling things out of the smoke. That is just funny. That shouldn't be allowed, but it's funny. We see archers, ballistas, all kinds of ranged units trying to chip away at Sedge's forces, but it's just not enough. Sedge just has too many dudes. 1,000,000 pikes are being dropped off by the chains of barges. Golems are being built every turn. There's witches enough to hex everything. And you can't really claim the guardians without an advantage in battle. I really like using the frog to pull the golem into the guardian. That was super smart. But it's just not enough, and now all these weak units are going to get swept by witch hexes and sedge grooves. There's just not much blue can do. There's just not much blue can do, despite their massive unit count. Oh my goodness. When you think about it, orange has 257 unit count, blue has 237. Orange is 20 unit count up, but who cares? That's like 10%. In a normal game, that would be a 1 or 2 unit lead. The really scary thing is not orange's unit count. The really scary thing is orange's unit position, and the fact that Sedge is on the biggest battlefield, and Mercia is stuck on a bad battlefield. Yeah, blue and black really needed to work together. If they had done that, they could have driven orange off. But they're not doing that. Alright, we're on turn 23. And black continues to attack blue. We see rifle shots being fired at orange. Black has finally lost naval. But they haven't lost the game. Rifle shots on golems. Ballista shots on golems. Black is continuing to attack blue every turn. What? What? Once again, someone surrenders, and then orange gets to take a turn. That is kind of super unfair to blue, that this keeps happening. Okay, someone explain to me why black surrendered. Did they just get tired of playing? Did they give up? Yeah, unfortunately, the surrenders keep happening in a way that is extremely disadvantageous to blue, and extremely advantageous to orange. Apparently, nobody knows why Dinferno surrendered. This will give blue 2 free guardians, but it will give orange a free extra base. And I think this cements orange's victory. The true winner of this map, I think, is the map. You did plays for so long that people eventually either accidentally lose their commander or surrender, and then whoever doesn't do that stuff wins. Or you get really unlucky and lose. Yeah, Dinferno apparently never gave a reason for surrendering. Unlike purple, who had a misclick, understandable, it happens. Dinferno, I think, just got tired of playing. Which is, reasonable. I mean, their position was losing. There was nothing they could do. And this game had apparently gone on for like a month and a few weeks by that point in time. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we are basically watching... We are basically just watching, Disobeyed clean up at this point. Sedge grooving every single unit in a 100-mile radius. And taking over the entire map. I don't think it is actually possible for anyone to win against orange under these circumstances. And the funny thing is, the economy difference isn't that bad. If this were a normal game, that would be like 1 or 2 villages. The unit count difference isn't that bad. The real problem is just everything here is going to die. Yeah, I don't think I will ever try to play this map. This is a map for people who enjoy pain, I think. Oh my goodness, it's a slaughter. And then, of course, the rifle gets a pick, the rifle gets a pick, more units get a pick, and just... It's an exercise in how quickly Disobeyed can kill 230 units. Wow, using chains of frogs to make the night go even faster. Circles of barges to transport units more quickly. The logistics you need to wage war on this scale is ridiculous. And the barges are now being redirected. Orange can take over all of Black's territory and bases. Orange is going to be able to build unit counts out of 3 bases most of which won't be able to attack for several turns. I think we're going to start seeing the unit count skyrocket now. The highest bet we haven't reached yet was 345 by Zipper, 345. I think Sequoia's guess of 600 is increasingly likely. But honestly, there would come a point where if it were me, I would just stop building units, and I would just make golems out of every barracks and call it a day. Alright, 274. 274 is the current unit count. Blue can now claim both golems that were causing them so much trouble, and can move their entire army across the map. This will mean Blue can finally have a battlefront where they have a commander and Orange doesn't. So even though Orange will own that base, Blue can siege it with a commander. The difference is, unfortunately, Orange will have barracks there and Blue won't. So Blue's deployment will be much slower than Orange's, much more awkward. But Blue has a navy. Blue has a navy, a very good navy with lots of frogs. So maybe Blue will be able to attack in time. Overall, though, there's no doubt that all of the surrenders have heavily favored Orange so far. Blue put up a very good fight, but there's not much you can do when the map looks like this. We see units trying to... finally, a golem goes down. Damage is being done to these guardians. The problem is there's 3 guardians! Backed up by 2 ballistas, 2 trebs, a sedge. How do you fight that? You can't fight that. This is a losing battle. There's nothing Blue can do other than just try to hold off. And ironically, sacrificing all these units might be the right call because there's so much gold here. If those fortified villages get flipped, all of them... Oh my goodness, that's 1,600 gold! That's a 1,600 gold freaking difference! Plus losing all the barracks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Blue's got rifles, but they just don't do enough damage against these hordes. I was worried rifles were going to be broken. It turns out they're actually pretty weak because there's so many units you can't shoot enough of them to make a difference. Wow, and more balloons. Just like Orange has a chain of barges, Blue has a chain of balloons that are increasingly dropping off everything they can, but it's just not enough. And if we look at the unit count, Blue's unit count is actually kind of close. Close to Orange's. That's not bad. If you subtract 12 for the villages, Blue is almost equal to Orange in terms of unit count. This is just wild. I don't know what to make of that. Alright, just give me one moment. There's something I need to do. Oh my goodness. Yeah, rifles also don't do much against the high-cost units. That's true. That's really true. Top left was becoming king of the hill survival. Survive as long as you can. Yeah. That's probably why. Probably why Black surrendered. I mean, their position was lost. I think they could have retreated off Blue, like maybe made some kind of deal, but yeah. Alright, Orange is now using their barges. Like, how many barges? You must have like 25 barges. Orange has like 25 barges. Oh my goodness. This is a massive advantage for Orange. I don't even think this is fightable. I honestly don't think Blue has a chance. But I'm going to keep watching because supposedly there are a few more turns of this, which indicates that Blue did not surrender, which indicates that Blue had a plan. I mean, we might see Sedge die. Sedge could still die. On crazy maps like this, you've got so many weird units, it's possible that something just gets lethal out of nowhere. Ultimately, though, this is tough. This is not an easy game to win. Blue has to somehow either kill Sedge or take over Black's territory from a slower position, which is almost impossible on this map. It's almost impossible. The barracks are too far away. Even with perfect logistics, you build a unit and then it gets there like 5 turns later. Worse. You can't really siege like that. You have to have at least 1 barracks as a beachhead, or just have an overwhelming army. Blue has neither. So I don't think Blue actually has the ability to attack anywhere, really, in this game. Barracks goes down. Sedge continues the attack. The fact is, Sedge is still attacking. More and more and more damage. And we see the unit count just dropping. We see Blue's unit count dropping. Orange's unit count rising. Yeah, I mean, with perfect play, Orange should be guaranteed to win here. With perfect play. But, you know, this map is crazy. Perfect play may not occur. Oh, wow, so much damage. Orange is still attacking! Orange is trying to speedrun, attacking 200, 300 dudes. Zipper, I think your guess of 345 is looking really good. How many units is Orange building? Oh my goodness, and the unit converters are being used on the barges, and they're dropping stuff off and bringing in even more units. We're at 290. We're at 290 units. I have a feeling, a strong feeling, we're going to surpass 345. Golem goes down. That was a good attack. Every golem down is a step closer towards Blue possibly making a comeback. Dog takes out a turtle. Pretty nice. Rifle crits a turtle. Beautiful. Blue is trying. They are trying as quickly as possible to deploy their units. Yeah, that's a tier 2 groove. It can heal units all over the map. So Mercia can still sort of kind of pretend to be affecting the other corner. Not really, though. More and more units are being wagoned and barged and ballooned, and Blue is doing everything they can to try to rush Black's old base as quick as possible. Ultimately, though, it's a scattered army. I don't think it's going to make it there in time, even with the frogs helping everyone out along the way. And I love how the frogs keep getting used to accelerate units over difficult terrain and move them more quickly. It is such a brilliant use of frogs on such a big map. Blue is spamming rifles. Personally, I liked Psychoia's idea of spamming mages. I think when you're fighting something like that... Sorry, witches. I think witch spam is actually good when your opponent has that many units. Spend 300 gold hex. You will deal 300 gold worth of damage. Pikes are going a little bit deep. Yup, sure enough, the hexes are coming out. The problem is, even if you deal 300 gold worth of damage, you don't necessarily deal 1100 gold worth of damage, which is what you lose if the witch goes down. So unfortunately, even a beautiful hex like that, without more backing it, I just don't think it's worth it. Blue is trying to pick off as much of Orange as they can. Trying to play a survival game. Just hold out as long as possible. Keep Orange away from those fortified villages as long as possible. Just hold on, hold on, hold on. Because if you hold on long enough, and if you can take Black space and circle around, maybe you have a chance. That's Blue's plan. And Blue is playing this amazingly well. From a strictly losing position, Blue is keeping unit count really close. They're at 259 unit count. They're keeping the economy as close as they can under the circumstances. There's only a 500 difference right now. Blue is playing amazingly well despite this advantage. This game is not over. This game is not over. Alright, we see lots of attacks in the bottom. It looks like Orange is finally going to secure this tower. Yep, it seems pretty secure. Got multiple rifles coming out of the hideout there. The unit converter is starting to turn that useless navy into more useful land units that can more rapidly take over. Oh, we see... Oh my goodness, a wagon barged a merfolk forward to more quickly capture the barracks. That was a good move. That was a brilliant move. Because as soon as that barracks is captured, it can build units that can capture more stuff, capture the other barracks. If Orange can do all that before Blue gets there, Orange will win that base. It will be almost impossible to remove Orange from that base at that point. Yep, nobody said FFAs were fair, just that they were fun. And here come the hexes. That hex seems like it gives Sedge a groove target. Dog suicide into the golem. Pike crit, and that gives Sedge another target. Oh, and then the hex. That was actually genius because it meant the golem couldn't counter crit the golem. And then, on top of that, the hex brings it down. Now it gets its crit condition, but it gets taken out by Sedge, so it doesn't matter. That was so well played. Despite having a big advantage, Disobeyed is still making very smart plays. Sorry, did I say disadvantage? A big advantage. Despite having a big advantage, Disobeyed is still making very smart plays. Really, really nice groove on the rifle there. The funny thing is, Blue's unit count is not dropping turn by turn, despite all of this damage. But Orange unit counts is starting to soar. And there is just a point where it's too much. Wow, I would have gone for the archer, not the sword. Oh no, and the fortified villages have started to drop. More witch hexes. These witch hexes aren't even doing much damage, but Orange doesn't care. They're choosing to do this rather than build more units to weaken the enemy and make this a better and better and better attack. I don't know whether that's optimal or not, but it will work. Frogs adorably pulling frogs to pull other units. And there's so many frogs coming onto the battlefront. Orange continues to move units. Their turn is an infinite cycle. Remember, they have 293 units, and they can move probably about 250 of them. Now, wait a minute. It takes, I want to say, hold on. 1 capybara, 2 capybara, 3 capybara. Okay, so it takes about 1 second to move each unit at this high replay speed. 1 or 2 seconds. So I'm going to say that as a result, moving 60 units takes 60 seconds. Meaning a full turn can go 3 minutes. Oh, what is happening? Blue is not surrendering. Blue is not giving up, and neither will we. We will stick with blue and see if they can come out ahead. Mercia gets into a barge, and by the power of frogs, the barge is accelerated to be able to drop Mercia off at a faster beach. There's this massive rush with blue trying to get across the map as quick as possible, because if they get across the map quickly, they can maybe grab a barracks and get a beachhead. Meanwhile, Orange is just destroying their way across the map. I don't know what could stop that ball of units Orange has. There is a time limit. Blue has to win or be in a better position before that ball gets to their HQ, or it's over. It's over. There's no stopping it at this point. Oh my goodness. It's just too much. It's just too much. All right. I might have to stop the stream part ways through. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes. I'm going to give this another 10 minutes. But I can't make it go any faster than this. And I do have to leave in a short little bit. Massive Witch Hex comes out. But this does seem to be an exercise in, is Disobeyed going to... Don't stop stream, trust me. Is Disobeyed going to lose their commander? That is the question. Because I don't see blue winning this any other way. I don't see blue winning this any other way. Unless they have like 1,300,000 IQ Mercia play that takes over Black's old base. Oh my goodness, there's so many units. I don't even know how these players kept track of the logistics. Look at all these different balloons that are carrying different units across different parts of the map. How do they keep track of all this? Alright, what's Disobeyed gonna do? What's Orange gonna do? Frog pull immediately murders a unit. Yeah, the onslaught continues, with Orange just being able to get free kills on units every turn and is at 293 unit count. 293! And is getting chain after chain after chain. How do you stop this? Eventually, Blue is going to lose those 2 barracks, and at that point... Yeah, now Sedge just eats all of that. Sedge just eats everything. Sedge will eat their way to the battleship and just take out every single unit. Oh my goodness. This is terrible. The battleship goes down. Sedge can groove like 3 different units from that one location without doing anything else. Alright, Orange managed to get a hold of the tower in the bottom, and now needs to try to flip the rest of those fortified villages and barracks. There's a hex. And now the Kraken can be grooved. Oh no! Orange is destroying. Orange is eating their way across these units. But there's still 252 units left. Oh, the Guardian just destroys that ballista. The fact that Orange has like 3 Guardians here is brutal, because each one of those can just murder a high-value unit for free. And every time something gets hit, Sedge gets another groove, another kill, another unit gets removed. Wow. Using the frog to weaken the knight so that Sedge could groove it. Oh, that is so proper. That is so proper. Hexes, archers, all this crazy stuff. Oh my god, another Witch Hex! That's triple Witch Hex just so Sedge could groove the frog. The Orange is like trolling at this point. They're converting 900 gold into 1 more Sedge groove. 2 more Sedge grooves. I guess it's worth it. And just from all that, we're seeing this get cleaned up. Oh no, another one! Another one! And a heal comes down. Alright, I think the Sedge grooves are over for now. But that was brutal. I mean, what can you do against this? What can you do against 3 Guardians, multiple Witches, frogs that pull each other closer and closer, and dragons that get built? Oh my goodness. Alright, so we see the wagons that Orange has put their swords in range of all of the barracks, the fortified villages. We see the merfolk grabbed a barracks is gonna be able to have some control over the barracks. More swords are coming in to grab more barracks. I love how the naval units are being converted into wagons to more quickly get capturing units to the bases. That is so smart. That is genius. It guarantees that Orange will be able to control the bases. Meanwhile, Orange is actually starting to use their naval force, trying to sneak through that beach naval corridor. And with so many frogs, they control it. I mean, you can't put units into the naval corridor. Had to go, and guess what? 2 hours later, we are still in this game. Yeah, this is a crazy... I see why Disobeyed told me it would take all stream. I didn't believe. I didn't believe, but now I do. I'm amazed that they finished this. Oh, wow. What is this? What is this game? And it's not even over. The thing is, everyone's telling me to keep watching it. I wonder if Blue wins somehow. I wonder if Blue, like, turns it around somehow. I'm really hyped to see if that happens. Because Blue is 60 units down. Normally, 60 units down means you've been wiped off the map. But on this map, it just means your opponent has 1/6 more units than you. Don't worry about it. It has not gone above 375. I think the current 318 is the highest unit count we've seen yet. Big hexes coming out. I wonder if, like... Alright, here's a Mercia tier 2 groove. Just to give that extra little healing across the entire map. Oh my goodness! And a Guardian was stolen. Blue actually managed to steal a Guardian. That could be really big. That could be really big. Guardians are awesome units. Good use of the frog pull to deal some true damage there. Turtle's coming in. Rifle strike, but... Oh, and the golem takes out... the dog takes out the golem. Dog crit on the Guardian. Blue played that well. Blue did some solid damage there. I don't think it'll be enough to win that fight, but that's some really, really good damage. Oh, and the golem takes out the Kraken. And Blue's still holding on to those 2 barracks on the side. Still streaming units down. Still ballooning rifles. It's amazing. I don't know how, but Blue is still in the game. Tons of units are being moved all across the map. We see a warship crit take out a knight. Blue is like, alright, with black out of the way, nothing will stop me. I'm going to march forward and take over that side base. And blue's close, but orange is just closer. Unfortunately, orange is just closer to black's base. The problem with picking Mercia is Vesper just kind of shut down the Mercia. I don't think Mercia is a good pick in this kind of map, because your units die to massive amounts of enemy units and there's nothing to heal. It was a good idea. You know, hey, I can heal everyone across the map, but healing 10% across the map isn't very valuable. You know? You heal full health units for the most part. Yeah, I think blue just had an unfortunate commander. There was an unfortunate surrender on purple's part and on black's part. Blue just had a lot of bad luck, but they're playing really well and they're still in it. I think both blue and orange are kind of dumping witches unnecessarily, but witches are fun. All right, we're back to orange. We're back to orange with that sweet 303 unit count. Wow, a witch hitting a witch is enough to get in Sedge groove range. Sedge is so broken. Sedge is so broken. Hey, Kitsuna, how are you doing? Kitsune, wait a minute. Wait a minute, is that Ophelia? Well, it's good to see you. Been a while. Yeah, for those who don't know, I am fairly certain if I have the name right. This is one of the top modders in Wargroove. They figured out some very interesting stuff about the game. It's been a year. Oh, it's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty crazy. Wargroove 2 came out. I took a hiatus. I've been making less videos lately, but just IRL stuff has been crazy. I have not had much time. Sequoia's the world champion now. Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a year. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Sedge just continues to eat the map while I'm making small talk with chat. Just destroying absolutely everything. Back in my day. Can Sedge groove a Guardian? Apparently Sedge can groove a Guardian. This will mean that orange can now reclaim the Guardian. You and me battled in Pokemon. Oh my goodness, yeah, the King of Apples. Wait. Who? Who did I fight in Pokemon? I feel like I fought both of you in Pokemon. Were we in randoms? Did we fight in randoms? I don't remember this. Oh my goodness, if you ever see me in randoms, you should say hi. I don't play that as much lately, but I still do randoms now and again on Showdown. Good heal. Just Is it a good heal? I don't even know. I can't tell what the right thing to do is in this situation when you have like 1,000,000 units. We fought on stream? Oh, maybe. I don't remember. Sedge continues to do massive damage across the map with 305 unit count. Sedge is just dominating. And finally getting to work on those fortified villages. If Sedge wipes out these villages, this will be a massive unit deficit for Blue. Because even though Orange has been taking territory, Blue's also been taking territory, so Blue's economy has actually been rising instead of going down. You were the one that gave me the Masto Chief. Was I? I don't remember. I haven't done a Pokemon stream in a very long time. I haven't played Pokemon in a very long time outside of Showdown. I should play some more Pokemon sometime. Maybe if I get sick of Wargroove, I'll do more Pokemon stuff. I don't know. Pokemon is harder to get good videos of. Alright, we've got a massive push here from Orange. So many dudes being dropped. You should play Pal World. What is Pal World? I might try Into the Breach. The DLC. I have not gotten or played the DLC. I probably should do those things. I don't know. When my life is more stable, I will do those things. Probably. I'll treat myself to a Pokemon game as a reward. Or a Pokemon DLC as a reward. Which is effectively a Pokemon game. Just a smaller one. The Pokemon Arc Survival Slime Rancher game. What? That sounds amazing. Well, see you in a bit. Alright, see you, Kasune. Thanks for dropping by. Team Rocket blasts off again. Oh, that's awesome. Open World Pokemon Survival Guns Stardew Valley Factorino. Comes out in EA on the 19th. I do not know what EA is. What is EA? When did this turn into an advertisement? Wow, 322. All right, 322 unit count. Blue stole another Guardian. That's not bad. Yeah, Blue is... I'm amazed that Blue is still fighting. Maybe Blue hopes if they fight long and hard enough, eventually Sedge will walk into a lethal. I mean, it's worked so far. Right? Just the duration of this game prompted Purple to misclick and walked into a lethal. And now Mercia is tier 2 groove again. She just keeps walking forward and healing the entire map. Look at all those hearts. Oh, early access. I've had my fill of early access from the Wargroove early access. And Wargroove after release, which felt like it was early access. I'm kind of not super eager to do free QA for another video game anytime soon. Ooh, good frog pulls. Alright, so Blue is finally in a position where they're trying their best to grab some territory. On the left side of the map. I'm going to minimize this so we can actually see it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no! There we go. Okay. For brief windows, we can see what Blue is doing. Now, gosh darn it, Blue, stop switching fronts. It's hard to keep up with you. So Orange is going to capture some villages here. Yeah, it doesn't look like Blue's going to be able to grab any of the barracks in time. Orange is just too soon. Converting naval units into wagons and dumping units there was just, like, too good. Just a little too good. Oh my goodness, Blue is building so many units. I can't even follow the action anymore. It's moving around too quickly. There we go. So Blue is still holding on to those two barracks, but I think Orange is about ready. Orange is about ready to take them. Yep, here we go. The Sedge grooves have begun. This is going to peel blue away from those two barracks. The last two barracks blue has on this side of the map. This will force blue into a full and complete retreat from this side of the map, give orange all of the economy, all of the bases, all of the ability to build unit count, and orange can actually start pushing towards blue's base, forcing them to be in a worse and worse position. Blue really needs to lethal Sedge. The game will just keep getting worse. Wow. Wow. 3 different frogs pulled that night. And Sedge chose not to groove the 1 health pike, just so that Sedge could come over here, sacking the dog to enable a groove here. This is such a big brain play. Disobeyed, you're 1,000,000 points up. Why are you doing big brain plays? You don't need to. So that Sedge could get over there to get to the dog. Wow! Why? Disobeyed is not taking any chances. They are going for all the big brain plays despite being like 1,000,000 stuff up. We see the Knight crit, Trebuchet. Oh, and the Guardian now goes down to Sedge. Wow! That was such a good play. That was like a 300 IQ play. And now Sedge is going back to get the witch. Sedge went back to pick up the witch. And now is Sedge gonna pick off that, like, 1 pike? I don't think Sedge can reach it. All the fortified villages have been eliminated. Blue is not getting any more money from those villages. That is a huge loss. That's minus 600 gold. Oh my goodness. And Sedge gets another pickoff. Another one. The barracks are all but fallen at this point. Orange owns this side of the map. Oh my goodness. Even gets another one. 10 range Knight crit. Yeah, 10 range Knight crit. This is just ridiculous. Oh, another one! Stop! Just stop! Your crits are too much. It's too much. No! Another one! Another one! Sedge is just eating the map. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it just cost 3,000 gold. The 3,000 gold, 10 range Knight crit. Sejun would love this. Sejun would love this. I'm going to put the video on YouTube, and then we will send it to Sejun for their enjoyment. Imagine this map with a 2-minute turn timer. Even the replay can't replay a turn in 2 minutes. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, orange just has too much control of all the racks. I don't think blue can get any racks. Especially with the warships just guarding the bottom racks. Like, where do you fight from? Where do you fight from? I wonder what the unit count is right now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. 328. The current unit count is 328, but orange hasn't built yet. 334. 335. We're almost at your guess, Zipper. We are almost at your guess right now. This is such a wild match. Yeah, there is a bit of an eco difference. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness. 8,500 economy versus 6,100 economy. That's like multiple games worth of economy crammed into individuals. Alright. Oh no! Oh no! What happened to the overview? Oh no! We gotta get it back! Oh, hold on. I'm pressing the escape button. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're back. Blue is doing their best. But no amount of warship crits can make up for being 1,000,000 frickin' units behind. A Q takes a while. I've gotten 3 wins in quick play since the replay started. You've gotten 3 wins in quick play since this replay started. This is like the economy on a small Advanced Wars map. That's pretty funny. Yeah, you could build you could build a tank and an infantry for that economy. It would be really funny to put Advanced Wars against Wargroove, but like the unit costs are the same. So like one tank costs 7,000 gold, but at the same time it's a freaking tank. So like it barely takes any damage from anything, you know, like an infantry is as good as like a knight or something. Not to mention the movement. Just like things have more movement in Advanced Wars. You know? And that alone is a huge advantage. But how would you capture cities? Because it would take you 2 turns to capture an Advanced Wars city, but only 1 turn to take down a Wargroove village. That wouldn't be fair. Oh, I wish we could have a mod like that. A mod to make that possible. Alright, so blue managed to grab these 2 barracks, but we all know that the warships are just going to shoot them down immediately. There's absolutely nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. AW2 cities give 1,000 gold a turn. Yeah, that's true too. So if you get any of your opponent's economy, all of a sudden you're massively winning. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We should make a mod that like lets you play Advanced Wars in Wargroove. And then you just have a map where one side has like 10 barracks, 2 towers, and a bunch of Wargroove villages. The other side has Advanced Wars cities. And like, I don't know, 2 bases. And just have them go. It would be funny. And then every, like, village the Advanced Wars team captures would hurt the Wargroove player economically, but it wouldn't really help the Advanced Wars player that much. Which would be pretty funny. And if the Wargroove player captures even 1 village, they suddenly have 1,000 more gold every turn. Yeah, I have a feeling it would be very swingy. Oh yeah, the animated series. I saw that, Advanced Wargroove. Great animated series. I love it. It's on YouTube. Check it out. And then comment on the videos and mention me in the comments. Tell them Sneaky sent you. Yeah, Orange just has too much control over these barracks, and the ability to build for most of them. There is no way Blue can deploy on them. Blue can't even, like, get an evil in through this area here. It's completely clogged. You'd need land units to help clear it out. Would multiplying Wargroove costs an economy by 10 work? I mean, it kind of would. Kind of would. Like, if we have the... So, if both players have a mix of Wargroove villages and Advanced Wars cities, and we multiply Wargroove costs by 10, so a golem costs as much as a medium tank. Well, minus 400. A golem is like somewhere in between a tank and a medium tank. It could work. Could theoretically work. Could divide AW costs by 10. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We could do that too. But we'd have to figure some things out, right? Like, is an infantry equal to a sword? But it has less movement, right? An infantry has less movement than a sword, so should it do more damage? Alright, so Orange is completely dominated. Completely dominated every corner of the map. It's ridiculous. I want to see, like, just statistically how Orange is doing right now, because this is dumb. This is dumb. Okay, Orange is 9,500 economy and 345 unit count. Hey, 345, that's Zipper's number. Oh no, 346. All right, Zipper, you're still the closest with 345 because we're at 346 right now. I think we're gonna do whoever's closest. So, what's the halfway point between 345 and 600? I don't know, 4 something? Right now, Zipper, you're winning. I'd say your guess was closest. Oh my goodness. But the thing is, Pepper isn't actually losing much economy or unit count each turn. They're able to build about... Oh no, I did it again. Wait. They're able to build about as many... Crap. Nope. Let me... That button. Okay, there we go. They're able to build about as many units as they lose each turn, but Orange keeps gaining ground. Wasn't Zipper's number 375? I can scroll up and find out. Let's do that. What? What? Wait, did I miss it? What just happened? What? Yo, what just happened? Hello? Hello? What happened? Treb was pulled 3 tiles to crit Sedge. Blue got the lethal. What? Multiple frogs pulled the Treb into crit range and Sedge was lethal? Sedge was lethal? Blue won? Blue frickin' won? Oh my goodness, that was deserved. Pepperyena, you are a hero. You are a frickin' hero. Alright, this is going in that compilation I mentioned. Greatest lethals of all time. I am putting this one in there. Alright, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do